Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, समवेत भक्ति वृंद की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री राधा कुंज की हरि जगन्नाथ बल्लभ सुभद्रा गौरनिताय की जय, श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर कृष्ण बलराम गौरनिताय की जय, निताय गौर परमानंदे हरि। All glories to Sundar. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sundar. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sundar. Hare Krishna. All glories to Guru and Guru. Hare Krishna. Let's express our gratitude to Tirtha Prabhu for coming here and singing nice Kirtan. Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu, for coming, and hopefully you will visit us again. Yes. Thank you so much. Bye. You want to sit down? Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you, bro. So, welcome everyone to our Bhakti Vriksha program this Saturday afternoon. So, we are going to continue from our discussion on what was we discussing? Bhishma Stuti. So we had the introduction part only last time. Bhishma Stuti introduction in one sense. And we are going to start the portion where now Bhishma Pitama is going to start his Stuti, his glorification for the Supreme Lord. So in the previous session, we just talked about the introduction portion, how Yudhisthira Maharaj was under anxiety, under lamentation after the whole war had started. And Krishna tells Yudhisthira Maharaj to come and hear from Bhishma Pitama. Okay, so we're talking about that discussion. So we'll continue our discussion and actually going into Bhishma Stuti, trying to understand the inner meaning of Bhishma Stuti. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinim Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavedanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurakshay Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchaha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So in the last session, the introduction part, we talked about after the Kurukshetra war was over. Now Yudhisthira Maharaj was under lamentation. He was feeling, because of me all this war happened, because of my greed to get the kingdom. So many millions of people got killed, so many children became orphans, so many women became widow, so many parents lost their children. I am the cause for that. And I have to suffer for millions and millions of years in the hell. There is no escape for me. Just like the wine bottle cannot be cleansed by wine, same way, my sins cannot be eradicated by performing some sort of yagyas. Because in yagya also some sort of jiva hinsa happens, some animal sacrifice or something. So there is no prayaschitta. There is no atonement for my sin. So Lord Krishna is personally present there. But Yudhisthira Maharaj is thinking that I have to suffer in hell. Now there are two different versions here. One thing is that Krishna removed the lamentation of Arjuna before the Kurukshetra war. So Krishna could have removed the lamentation of Yudhishthira also. But even though Krishna tried to pacify Yudhishthira, Yudhisthira Maharaj is not ready to understand. Why? Because inside Krishna is telling, no, we have to go to Bhishma Pitama. Because Krishna wants to glorify Bhishma Pitama, who is waiting for Lord Krishna to personally come there before Bhishma Pitama gives up his body. And the second reason is Lord Krishna actually does not want to instruct Yudhishthira because maybe there is little lack of faith here. Krishna is personally standing there, but Yudhishthira Maharaj is thinking, I have to go to hell. How is that possible? Because somebody who dies in front of Krishna, they are liberated. So there is no question of sin on part of Yudhishthira Maharaj. So on Yudhishthira's side, there is lack of faith. He is not understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He is in a mood that Krishna is my cousin. He is our assistant. He is charioteer of Arjuna. He is our messenger. Because when Krishna is personally present there, he is so close, Yudhishthira Maharaj is not able to really understand Krishna's identity. And the one very nice analogy to understand is, sometimes the child does not recognize his own mother in front of him. Is that possible? So just imagine that there is some wedding ceremony, wedding party or something, and the mother gives her child to the brother that you take care of the child. I need to go to the beauty parlor to get ready. And she goes to the beauty parlor and now all the face is completely changed, right? So much deep, big makeup, the hairstyle is completely changed and all. And as she comes out, the brother gives the child back to the mother and the child is looking at the uncle or the mother. And so, who is this person? And the child is not able to recognize his own mother because the face is so much changed with all this makeup and all. And the child looks at the uncle and cries, please, you take me. So even though Krishna is personally present here among the Yaduvanshis, but they are not able to recognize Krishna's real identity, that he is the Supreme Lord. Even though he is roaming around among us, he is not one among us. He is the Supreme Lord. And that is the reason, because Krishna, see, for Yudhishthira to be pacified, he need to hear from somebody else. And who is that somebody else? Bhishma Pitama. So Krishna has multiple purposes to fulfill here. One, to glorify Bhishma Pitama. Second, to remove the illusion, remove the lamentation, bewilderment of Yudhishthira Maharaj. So all of them, they come to Yudhishthira Maharaj, to Bhishma Pitama. And Bhishma Pitama He has been waiting for Krishna to be there before he gives up his body. And at that time, Bhishma Pitama instructed Yudhishthira Maharaj that all what has happened is the will of the Lord. There was nothing in your control. And Krishna, whom you think your cousin or messenger or all these different relations, he is the Supreme Lord. So it is the will of the Lord what all has happened. And then Krishna requests Bhishma Pitama to instruct Yudhishthira Maharaj on various dharmas. Okay, so about 40 days, there is a big discourse happening. Just remember what we discussed last time. What was the situation of Bhishma Pitama? Lying on the bed of arrows. The arrows are piercing through the body of Bhishma Pitama. There is not enough place to put two fingers between the arrows. So many arrows are piercing through the body of Bhishma Pitama. There is not single drop left in the body of Bhishma Pitama. And in that state, still Bhishma Pitama is instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj and all the other assembled people on various dharmas. And after Bhishma Pitama now has finished all his instructions, we will not go into all those. We just briefly mentioned what all Bhishma Pitama instructs. And now it's the time for Bhishma Pitama to wind up his worldly pastimes. And at that time, Bhishma Pitama, looking at Krishna, he requests, please you stay here in front of me in your beautiful form, four-handed Narayana form, with Pitambara, with the yellow garments, with the nice garlands in your neck, with all this nice curly hairs flowing on your face, with a beautiful smile on your face, you please stay here. Sadeva Devo Bhagavan Pratikshataam Kalevaram Yavadidam Hinomyaham Prasannaha Sarunalochana Ullasan Mukhambhujo Dhyana Pathaschatur Bhuja. In the four-handed form with beautiful smile on your lotus-like face. Please stay here until I give up this body. And now Bhishma Pitama starts to offer wonderful prayers. And there are total 11 verses which Bhishma Pitama speaks in the glorification of the Lord. And these 11 prayers are as if Bhishma Pitama is counting all the qualities of the Supreme Lord. Okay? We say in the Supreme Lord, who can be considered as the Supreme Lord? Who has the 6 primary qualities in full opulence, in full, not partially, in full. So Prashar Muni, he gives the definition of Bhagavan, who can be considered as Bhagavan. Okay, in Padma Puran, this verse comes, Aishwarasya samagrasya viryasya yashasah shreya Jnana Vairagya Sheva Shannam Bhagan Itangana. So there are 6 qualities which are in fullness. Somebody who has those qualities, that can be considered as a Supreme Lord. Aishwarya, he is honor of the whole wealth. Virya, strength. Yasha, fame. Shreya, beauty. Jnana, knowledge. And then Vairagya, renunciation. So he is full in these 6 opulences. That can be considered as the Supreme Lord. Now as Bhishma Pitama starts to offer his prayers, how is he starting his prayers? Okay, one very wonderful for us to understand how Bhishma Pitama is offering these prayers. So the first verse in glorification of the Lord, where Bhishma Stuti actually now starts, Shri Bhishma Uvacha Itimati Upakalpita Vitrishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Bhibhumni Swasukhama Upagate Kvachit Viharatum Prakartim Upeyushi Yadbhava Pravaha. Now there are different meters how these verses are sung. I'm taking the simplest one. Okay, because there are many different ways. When Gadadhar Pandit, he will speak Bhagavatam to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he will recite Bhagavatam in 3 different verses. And we know Raghunath Das Goswami, he will recite Bhagavatam while residing in Govardhan, and he will recite Srimad Bhagavatam in 3 different meters, okay, the complete Bhagavatam verses. So this Bhishma Stuti, the wonderful singers, actually they recite in very melodious tune. So this is the simplest way of recitation, not singing. This is recitation. Okay. So itimati upakalpitah vitrishna bhagavati satvata pungave vibhumni swasukhama upagate kvachit viharatum prakartim upeyushi yad bhava pravaha. So what is Bhishma Pitama saying here? That I am offering my purified memory, my intelligence, not memory, intelligence, mati. I am offering my purified intelligence, my intelligence which has been purified by various ways now. After speaking all these different dharmas, so now Bhishma Pitama thinks now my memory has been purified after speaking. And now I offer that purified intelligence to the Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna, who appears in this material world out of his own sweet will. He accepts a human-like form. Okay, remember, human-like form, not a human form, human-like form. So that this material world, this material creation continues. So Bhishma Pitama is saying, let my willing, feeling, and thinking be invested into the Supreme Lord. And here, mati is used as istriling. Okay, and many acharyas, the way they explain is, Bhishma Pitama is saying, I offer my daughter to you. Please accept my daughter. I want to accept you as the groom for my daughter. जैसे भीष्म पितामह एक थाली में सजा के अपनी बुद्धि को भगवान को अर्पण कर रहे हैं, या बोलिए कि डोली में बिठा के अपनी बुद्धि को भगवान को समर्पित कर रहे हैं. And some of us may have seen some old Hindi movies. Okay, in some old Hindi movies, what happened? The father is on the deathbed and he is a young daughter, which is unmarried. And before leaving his body, the father is concerned, what will happen to my daughter? काश अपने जीते जी मैं इसका कन्यादान कर देता. Okay, I wish I could have found a suitable groom for her before I die. And sometimes it happens that some of their known person, some other relative, young boys, they are present, maybe who helped them in the last final days. And this father thinks, oh, now you take care of my daughter. I give my daughter to you. Okay, so now just imagine that scene. And Bhishma Pitama is in that situation. Bhishma Pitama is saying, I am offering my young daughter, my buddhi, to you. I want to have you as the groom for my daughter. You please accept her. And Krishna will say, first ask your mati, ask your daughter, does she want to accept me as her husband or no? Will she really like me? Do I have the qualities to please her? Because when you select some son-in-law, there need to be some qualities. जब कोई जवाई ढूंढते हैं तो उसके अंदर कुछ तो गुण होने चाहिए. So Bhishma Pitama is saying, Krishna is asking indirectly, Bhishma Pitama, what are the qualities you are seeing in me that you are accepting me as the groom for your daughter? And Bhishma Pitama says, my lord, you have all the good qualities. You just keep a mirror in front of you, and what qualities you want, I will show you that quality in you. So as I said, now Bhishma Pitama is showing all the qualities. What are the qualities for somebody to be considered as Bhagavan? Yeah, all the 6 opulences in full. So now Krishna, as if he is telling, the boy should be beautiful also. Boy should be handsome. If the boy is not handsome, the girl may not like the boy. So Bhishma Pitama says, okay, but you are the most beautiful person in all the 3 worlds. There is nobody who can surpass your beauty. Tribhuvana kamanam tamalavarnam ravikara gauravarambaram dadhane vapuralaka kulavrita nanabhajam vijaya sakheratirastu me navadhya. So Bhishma Pitama, he says, what is your beauty? You are saying the boy should be beautiful, but here let me describe your beauty. Tribhuvana kamanam tamalavarnam. You are the most eligible bachelor in all the three worlds. Tribhuvana kamanam. तीनों लोकों में आपसे ज्यादा सुंदर कोई हो नहीं सकता. There cannot be anybody more beautiful than you in all the three worlds. And what is your complexion? Tamala varanam. Your complexion is like the blackish color of a tamala tree. Now when somebody has a blackish complexion, सांवला रंग हो उनका, they need to wear light color clothes. If somebody is dark complexion and they wear dark, very dark clothes also, it doesn't suit them. So what color of clothes Krishna wear? Ravikar gauravarambaram dadhane. So Krishna's garments, the color of Krishna's garment is like the color of the sun rays, the yellowish color, the light yellowish color, not very bright dark yellowish color, the light yellowish color. Ravikar gauravarambaram dadhane. So you wear very beautiful, attractive clothes, just like the color of the sun rays. Vapuralaka kulavrita ananabhajam. And how is Krishna's body? Krishna's body is decorated with sandalwood paste. Sandalwood paste is on Krishna's face or on the body. And there is curly hairs, the strings of curly hairs which are just flowing on Krishna's face. Vapuralaka kulavrita nanabhajam vijaya sakheratirastu me navadhya. And may my intelligence be completely dedicated to that Supreme Lord who is the friend of Arjuna, Vijaya Sakhe. So in that way, now Bhishma Pitama is describing the beauty of Krishna. Okay, I accept you are saying I am handsome, I am beautiful, so your intelligence may be attracted to me, your daughter may be attracted to me, but the son or the boy need to be strong also. If you find some groom for your daughter, that boy need to be strong also. He need to be powerful, because if some problem comes, he need to protect. And so the boy need to be strong. But I am Gawala, right? I used to take care of the cows. I ran away from the war field also. Krishna is known as Ranachor Rai. So Krishna is saying, I used to run away from the war. So how come I am the strong person, or I am the, what was in the verse? Aishwarasya samagrasya viryasya. So the boy need to be strong, veer, kshatriya. So Bhishma Pitama, in response to that, now Bhishma Pitama recite the next verse. What is that? Yudhisthira garajo vidhumra vishwak kachalulita shramavarya lankratasye mama nishita sharer vividhyamana tvachivila satkavache astu krishnatma. Yudhisthira garajo vidhumra vishwak. So in this war of Kurukshetra, Krishna is driving the chariot of Arjuna. And what is happening? Bhishma Pitama is saying, I was shooting arrows. I was shooting arrows on the Pandavas, especially on the Arjuna. But Krishna, you are taking all those arrows on you. Mama nishita sharir vividhyamana. My sharp arrows are piercing through your body, breaking your kavacha. Tvachi vilasat kavacha. It's breaking your kavacha and piercing through your skin. And all the beautiful hairs on your face, they are also have become very dusty because of the dust raised by the hoofs of the horses. You know, Krishna has two forms where the hairs are covered, the whole body is covered with dust. One is Goraj in Vrindavan, when Krishna will take the cows for herding. All day Krishna is walking in front of the cows. The cows are in front, cows are behind, cows are on the side, left side, right side, and Krishna is walking in the middle of the cows. And the dust raised by the hoofs of the cows, it's falling on Krishna's body. And Krishna's body is becoming like yellowish because of the dust raised by the cows. So that is Goraj. Here, what is said? Yudhisthira Raja. In the war field, Turagaraja. Turagaraja is the dust raised by the horses. So because of the dust raised by the horses, the hair, the whole body of Krishna has become very dusty. And there are drops of perspiration. There is sweat on Krishna's face, and all these drops are on the face of Krishna, and Krishna's face is looking very beautiful because of the perspiration and all this dust which is on the body. Yudhisthira vidhumra vishvak kachalulita shramavārya alankratasye mama nishita sharir vividhyamana tvachi vilasat kavachet astu krishnatma. May my intelligence be surrendered unto the Supreme Lord. So in that way now Bhishma Pitama is glorifying Krishna's strength, Krishna's power. And Krishna, when Krishna is in the war, being as the chariot driver of Arjuna, Krishna's job was not just to drive the chariot. What else Krishna will do? Krishna will massage the horses. Krishna will take care of the horses, feed them, arrange water for the horses. So Krishna, he will get down from the chariot and take care of the horses. And Bhishma Pitama is remembering that scene when Krishna is driving the chariot. There is reins of the horses in one hand of Krishna. There is the chabuk, that is in the other hand of Krishna. And there are drops of perspiration on the face. The arrows are piercing through the body of Krishna. And he is glorifying Krishna, seeing that particular form of Krishna. Generally, when this question comes that, okay, Bhishma Pitama, he is on the opposite side, fighting with Arjuna, fighting with Krishna, shooting arrows at Krishna. Why did Bhishma Pitama fight on the side of the Kauravas? Why he did not choose the side of the Pandavas? And what was the reason Bhishma had to fight on the side of the Kauravas? So we have to understand what is the intention of Bhishma Pitama. Bhishma Pitama, first of all, he is thinking, if I am on the side of the Pandavas, I will be on the back of Krishna. I will be seeing the back of Krishna. But if I am on the opposite side, I will be seeing Krishna face to face. And Bhishma Pitama want to enjoy the Virya Ras with Krishna. See, we know Hiranyaksha also fought with the Lord. When Lord came as Varaha avatar, at that time Hiranyaksha fought with Lord Varaha, and he is hitting Lord Varadev's body with his club. And Varadev is enjoying that. So can we consider whatever Hiranyaksha is doing as a devotional service? Can we? Yes? But then Hiranyaksha's fighting with Varadev, even though it is pleasing to the Lord, but still he is not getting the same position what Bhishma Pitama got, or what Dhruva Maharaj got, or what Prahlad Maharaj got. Why? Even though Lord is getting pleased, but Hiranyaksha does not have the intention to please the Lord. Right? He is having hatred towards the Lord or enmity towards the Lord. His intention is not to please the Lord. On the other side, we know when Krishna, as a little baby, he is running around and Mother Yashoda is running behind him to chase, to catch him, to catch hold of him. and Yashoda Maiya has a stick in her hand. And Krishna, seeing that stick, he is crying. But inside, Krishna is enjoying that pastime. Even though Mother Yashoda is trying to punish Krishna, but her activity, her service is considered as devotional service. Why? Because of intention. Her intention is to please Krishna for the protection of Krishna. And same way here, Bhishma Pitama, Bhishma Pitama is shooting arrows on Krishna. And all these arrows are piercing through the body of Krishna. But Bhishma Pitama's activity here of shooting arrows is a devotional service. Because the intention of Bhishma Pitama is to please Krishna in Viryaras. And Acharya says the way, and Prabhupada also actually write in the purport, that the way devotees shower flowers at the feet of Krishna, Bhishma Pitama is showering the arrows on the body of Krishna. And for Krishna, Krishna is taking it as if the arrows are coming like the flowers. Bhishma Pitama is showering flowers on his body. So Bhishma Pitama wanted to enjoy this Virya Ras. Bhishma Pitama could have actually chose not to fight. Will anybody object? Will anybody say, oh, how can you deny? Bhishma Pitama could have said, no, I want to fight on the side of Pandavas because Pandavas were also dear to me. But Bhishma Pitama intentionally, he chose to fight on the side of Kauravas for two reasons. One is to enjoy the Virya Ras with the Lord. Second, to set an example for the whole world that no matter, even if it is Bhishma Pitama, a warrior of the caliber of Bhishma Pitama, on the side of Adharma, he will be annihilated. He will be destroyed. No matter how powerful somebody on the side of Adharma may be, they cannot win. So Bhishma Pitama in this particular verse, he is glorifying the strength of Krishna, his Virya. And now in the next verse, as if Krishna asked Bhishma Pitama, okay, you counted the beauty, you counted the strength, but the groom should be good in nature also. Uska स्वभाव भी अच्छा होना चाहिए. He will have to deal with so many other people. कल को आंटी आएगी, बुआ आएगी, चाची आएगी, ताई आएगी. How he deal with other people, how he respect other people, that also matters. So the nature also should be good. Bhishma Pitama says, okay, let me tell you what is your nature, how you are so pleasing to everybody. Sapadi sakhi vacho nishamya madhye nij parayor balayor ratham niveshya Sthitavati parasanikayu rakshana Hritavati partha sakhe ratir mamastu. So what is Bhishma Pitama telling here? He's saying, before the war was about to start, Arjuna wanted to see the opposite army. And at that time, what did Arjuna tell to Krishna? Sainayor ubhayor madhye ratham sthapyam me achyuta. Hey Keshava, hey Achyuta, take my chariot in the middle of the armies. I want to see the armies. And what is Krishna doing? Krishna, just like a menial servant, he is driving the chariot, following the instructions of Arjuna, taking the chariot in the middle of the armies. And tells Arjuna, see, I brought the chariot in the middle. Now, see, look at both armies. You wanted to see both the armies. So, here Bhishma Pitama is saying, Sapadi sakhi vacho nishamya madhye. Just being asked by his friend Arjuna, he brought the chariot in the middle of both armies. Nij parayor balya ratham niveshya. Because Arjuna wanted to measure the strength of his army and the opponent army. So being instructed by Arjuna, Krishna brought the chariot in the middle of both armies. And what did Krishna do by bringing chariot in the middle of both armies? Sthitavati parasanik ayur akshana. Just bringing the chariot in the middle of both armies, by just glancing over the opposite army, Krishna stole away the life of all the opposite army. Par Sainik Ayu Rakshana Hritavati Parth Sakhe Ratir Mamastu. May my intelligence be surrendered to Parth Sakha, to the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. So Bhishma Pitamaha is telling, who can have a better nature than this? Who will like to act as a servant when somebody is the controller, the owner of all three universes, of all the universes, Tribhuvana Kamanam. Right? He is the controller and maintainer of all the universes, but he takes the position of a chariot driver, acts as a menial servant of his friend. What better nature you are looking for? Right? He is ready to serve, not worrying about his reputation, not worrying about his position. He is ready to serve. So Krishna, I want my intelligence to be surrendered unto you. Now in the beginning, actually, when Bhishma Pitama offered his mati to Krishna, and we are saying that Bhishma Pitama is saying, I want to offer my daughter to you in marriage. First thing is, first of all, why Bhishma Pitama is considering this intelligence as his daughter? It's like a daughter. And Bhishma Pitama is actually indirectly guiding all of us that all of us has been given one daughter by the Lord. What is that daughter? Our intelligence, our mati. Our mati is like our daughter. And what is the nature of the daughter? No offense to the daughter sitting here. What is the nature of the daughter generally? She wants all her desires to be fulfilled by her father. Right? They tell Papa, we want this. Papa, we want that. Papa, take us there. Papa, take us there. So they want all their desires to be fulfilled. And that is the nature of our intelligence. Our intelligence keep telling us this or that. I want this, I want that, do this, do that. And we are all driven by our intelligence. Today we are all sitting here because somehow our intelligence chose to be here. That yes, I want to come here, I want to sit here. But what happens sometime? All our decisions are driven by our intelligence. Sometimes intelligence say, today very cold. It's raining also outside. Why to go? Just sit at home, drink coffee. थोड़ा रजाई ओढ़ के बैठो आराम से, बड़ा ठंड है आज. And we'll say, okay, as you say. And sometimes intelligence say, I want to go have some fun outside. I should hang around with my friends, maybe go for a movie. So our intelligence is actually driving us here and there. And Bhishma Pitama is saying, ultimately, we all need to surrender our this daughter in the form of intelligence at the feet of the Supreme Lord. जब तक intelligence unmarried है, as long as this intelligence is unmarried, she controls her father. जब तक इंटेलिजेंस जो मती है वो कुंवारी है, वो अपने पिता को नचाती है. But when the intelligence or when the daughter is married, then what happens? Now the daughter, when is married, now she is submissive to her husband. So Bhishma Pitama is saying, my intelligence, may it be surrendered at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. May it hear the directions of the Supreme Lord. May it be guided by the Supreme Lord. May it become submissive to the Supreme Lord. So with that bhava, now Bhishma Pitama is offering all these prayers. So a very important lesson for all of us, that we need to surrender our intelligence at the feet of Krishna. So Krishna says, what could be better nature than this? That Bhishma Pitama is telling Krishna that what better nature could be, that you are ready to act as a menial servant of your friend. Okay, I accept that also, but the groom should be intelligent also. There will be so many situations in life which will come, and he has to handle so many different situations, sometimes being diplomatic also, sometimes handling the situation in a different way. So the groom should be intelligent also. And Bhishma Pitama says, your intelligence is unparalleled. Who can be more intelligent than this? How? Vyavahita pratana mukham nirikshya swajana vadhad vimukhasya dosha buddhya kumati aharatma vidyaya yas charanarati paramasya tasya me astu. So in the battlefield, Arjuna was completely bewildered, seeing all his relatives on the other side of the army. So because of his intelligence was bewildered, what did Arjuna do? Swajana vadhat vimukhasya. He did not want to fight with his swajana, his relatives. He wanted to give up this fighting. His intelligence was corrupted. Dosha buddhaya. Kumati aharat atma vidyayas. And you removed his kumati, you removed his dosha buddhi by giving him this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Atma Vidyaya. You spoke this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita at that time to Arjuna and you removed his delusion, you removed his inertia, you removed his confusion. And this message of Bhagavad Gita, there is so much knowledge given in Bhagavad Gita which Krishna is speaking this. So Bhishma Pitama is saying, you spoke this message of Atma Vidya to Arjuna and his illusion was gone, his lamentation was gone. So who can be more intelligent than you, who spoke this knowledge? So Bhishma Pitama is just meditating on these pastimes, on this form of Krishna, how Bhishma Pitama is seeing Krishna on the battlefield, sitting in the seat of a driver, holding the whip and the reins of the horses. And then Krishna says, okay, but the boy need to have love also in the heart. Prem bhi hona chahiye hriday mein. I agree that, okay, beauty is important, strength is important, nature, good nature is important, then intelligence is important, but then ultimately he need to be lovable also. He should have love in the heart. And Bhishma Pitama say, aapke prem ki to baat hi chhod dijiye. The love you have for others, how much you love everybody, let me tell you how much you love others. Swanigamam apahaya mat pratigyam ritamadikartum vaplato rathastha dhritarath charano bhyaya chaladgur haririvahantum ibham gato tariya shikha vishikha hato vishirna damsha kshataj paripluta atataino me prasabham abhisasar madvadartham Sabhavatu me Bhagavan Gatir Mukunda. So Bhishma Pitama in these two verses is describing how much love Krishna has for others. What is that? Bhishma Pitama is now counting what did Krishna do on the warfield. To fulfill my promise, to fulfill my vow, Krishna was ready to break his vow. He was ready to be ridiculed by others that, oh, what kind of person is his? He broke his vow, his pratigya. Now, let's go back a little bit before the war started. Now, before the war was going to start, when it was decided that this war is going to happen, both Pandavas and Kauravas, they want to approach Krishna to help them in the war. From the side of Pandavas, Arjuna goes to Krishna. From the side of Kauravas, Duryodhana is sent to Krishna to ask for his support in the war. Because both party wants Krishna's support. They think Krishna's support is very important. And both Arjuna and Duryodhana, they approach Krishna. At that time, Krishna is resting and Arjuna goes and sit or stand in front of the feet of Krishna. Duryodhana also comes. And as he is puffed up, he goes and sits close to the head of Krishna. And Krishna, after some time, he opens his eyes. He sees Arjuna is there. Yeah, Arjuna, you have come here. What brings you here? And Duryodhana says, by the way, I am also here. What brings both of you here? We have come to ask for your support in the war. And Krishna says, I don't want to be participating in this war. First of all, this war should not happen. But you want to have this war, so be it. But I don't want to participate in this war. But ultimately, when they request, Krishna says, here is the option. On one side will be my whole Narayani Sena, my whole army on one side. And I on the other side, who will not even lift any weapon. मैं इस युद्ध में निहत्था रहूंगा. I will not pick up any weapon. Now you can choose what you want. And first option is given to Arjuna to choose. And Duryodhana in his mind thinking, what is the use of this fellow who is not even going to lift any weapon? And Arjuna, when he is given the first option to ask, he tells Krishna, I did not come here to help or to ask help from your army. I did not come here to ask help from your Narayani Sena. I came here to ask help from you. I only want you. And Krishna says, think again. I'm not even going to lift any weapon. And Arjuna says, so be it. I don't care. I just want you to be on our side. You please be my chariot driver. You guide me in this war. And Duryodhana, in his heart, he was happy. What a foolish fellow. He chose Krishna, who is not even going to lift any weapon. Usko khada karke aarti utarni hai kya? We want to have a war, right? We want to have fight. So Duryodhana, he says, okay, Arjuna has chosen you anyway, so I will accept your Narayani Sena. What is the other option I have? And then he comes back. All the Kauravas in the assembly, his uncle, Shakuni, Bhishma Pitama, and everybody, they ask, so what happened? Did you brought Krishna with you in our side? Were you able to manage Krishna to be on our side? He said, no, Krishna chose not to lift any weapon in the war field. तो उसको लेके क्या करना था? उसकी हमने आरती थोड़ी ना करनी है. So I brought his army. And Bhishma Pitama told, we told you, make sure, do whatever, but Krishna, he should be on our side. And Bhishma Pitama, and when Duryodhana is again and again saying, no, but he is useless. He is not going to lift even any weapon. वो तो शस्त्र भी नहीं उठाएंगे. Bhishma Pitama said, Krishna, even without lifting any weapon, he himself is a weapon. Krishna स्वयं में एक शस्त्र है. You have made a great mistake. Now you have to see in the war what Krishna can do. But at that time, when Duryodhana told everybody that Krishna has taken this vow to not lift any weapon in the war, at that time, Bhishma Pitama took second vow, second pratigya. What was his first vow?
I will take care of Hastinapur.
No. When okay, yes, those are his vows. Yes, that Bhishma Pitama took the vow to remain celibate all his life, to take care of Hastinapur. But when he was given this Ichha Mrityu Vardhan, what was his vow? What was his desire at that time? I want to see Krishna in front of my eyes before I leave this body. Right? When I die, I want to see Lord face to face. That was his desire. Now, when Duryodhana told them Krishna is not going to lift any weapon, Bhishma Pitama took another vow here. वासुदेव कर चक्कर न धरहि तुमको मुख न दिखाऊं लाजत है मेरी गंगा जननी मैं शांतनु सुत न कहाऊं. If I don't make Krishna lift up his weapon, Vasudev kar chakkar na dharahi. If Vasudev does not hold his chakra in his hands, tumko mukh na dikhaun. I will not show my face. My mother Ganga, उनको मैंने लज्जित कर दिया. I will not be called as a son of Shantanu. लज्जित मेरी गंगा मैया गंगा जननी शांतनु सुत न कहाऊं. So Bhishma Pitama spoke those words. I will make Krishna lift his weapon. Now, in the war, we know, before the war had started, Bhishma Pitama told Duryodhana, I will fight vigorously every day. I will kill their 10,000 soldiers every day. But I will not kill any of the Pandavas. Bhishma Pitama told very clearly to Duryodhana, I will not kill any of the Pandavas. I will kill all their army, but I will not kill them, kill the Pandavas. And till I am alive, till I am able to fight, Karna should not fight. So these are the instructions Bhishma Pitama gave in the before of the war started. Now as the war is going on, Bhishma Pitama is fighting, he is destroying their army, but Pandavas are still very strong. And one day, one evening, Duryodhana comes to Bhishma Pitama and he insults Bhishma. Insults in the sense he rebukes Bhishma that you are not fighting wholeheartedly. You have a soft corner for the Pandavas. You don't want me to win. You want me to lose. You want me to die. And Bhishma Pitama, when Duryodhana spoke very harsh words to Bhishma Pitama, that time Bhishma Pitama told Duryodhana, see, the one way the war can be won is no matter what happens, but if you are not killed, how can they win the war? How can the Pandavas win the war? So today, I will give one boon to your wife. Tell your wife to come at the night in my tent. After I am done with my evening sandhya, evening sadhana, I will bless her to be Akhanda Saubhagyavati. So I will bless her to be Akhanda Saubhagyavati. When she has the boon, you can never be killed. When you can never be killed, you can never be defeated. So I will give that boon. And Duryodhana says, okay. So Bhishma Pitama has told Duryodhana in private, send your wife, I will give her this boon of being Akhanda Saubhagyavati. So you cannot be killed. Now who hears this? Who knows about this? Who else? Krishna. So Krishna, he's sitting in the heart of everybody as Paramatma. Krishna knows what's going on. It's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and Bhishma Pitama is told to send Duryodhana, ask Duryodhana to send his wife at the midnight when he's done with his sadhana, and then I will give the result of all my sadhana, make her Akhanda Saubhagyavati. So Krishna goes to the tent of Draupadi, holds her toe, wakes her up. She's sleeping. Get up, get up, get up. You need to go immediately. I am sleeping. Where do I need to go? You need to go to Bhishma. Take blessings from Bhishma. I can take that tomorrow morning. Why you want to sleep? Wake me up now. Why you want to disturb my sleep? No, not tomorrow. Go immediately now. You get up. So Krishna wakes her up, literally drags Draupadi to take to Bhishma Pitama. She's holding the hand of Draupadi and literally dragging her to take. Draupadi is kind of half sleep situation. So Krishna is forcibly taking Draupadi, and Draupadi is wondering what is so urgent. Why Krishna is dragging me like this? And Krishna tells Draupadi, first of all, you go to the tent of Bhishma Pitama, take your pallu, your ghungat in front, don't show your face. And just go stand there quietly. Okay? And Bhishma Pitama is going to bless you. You take the blessings, just come out. Don't speak one single word. So, and if Bhishma Pitama asks, who has brought you here? Don't tell anything. So Krishna brings Draupadi. Draupadi goes in the tent of Bhishma Pitama. Bhishma Pitama is sitting on his mala. He is doing his japa. And he see that she has come. He is thinking it's the wife of Duryodhana, because I had told Duryodhana to send his wife to receive blessings. So Bhishma Pitama is thinking Duryodhana's wife has come, Bhanumati, and she is standing there. So Bhishma Pitama, he finishes his mala, he puts his mala down, he comes, oh, you have come. He puts his both hands on the head of Draupadi and says, whatever sadhana I have done, I give all the result of my sadhana to this woman, to this girl. May she be Akhanda Saubhagyavati. And Draupadi hears this boon. Krishna told Draupadi, Bhishma Pitama is going to bless you, but she did not know what blessings I'm going to get. So when Bhishma Pitama say, Akhanda Saubhagyavati Bhav, immediately she lifts up her veil. You are giving me Akhanda Saubhagyavati that your husband should never die, and you are the one with bows and arrows of chasing my husbands all day. Now it's your responsibility. Tomorrow you have to take care of them. Now you have given me this blessing. And Bhishma Pitama looks at Draupadi, how come she's here? I asked Bhanumati to come. how come Draupadi is here? And he's asked Draupadi, who brought you here, first of all? In his heart, Bhishma Pitama know whose trick it can be. So he asked, who brought you here? And Draupadi, now because Krishna told, don't to tell that I brought you here. She's trying to find some excuse. Who brought me? My Gwala Bhaiya brought me here. Mera ek Gwala Bhaiya hai, he brought me. So Bhishma Pitama rushes to the outside. Who has brought? And Krishna is trying to run away. Hey, stop there. Turn your face. So Krishna turns and Bhishma Pitama smiles. Who else can it be? It could be only Krishna's trick. That jo blessing Triyodan ki patni ko milne wala tha, jo Bhanumati ko milne wala tha, Krishna arranged for that blessing to be given to Draupadi. Now Bhishma Pitama also tells Draupadi, see, this guy has done all this trick, and you are telling me now I have to take care of this, that to protect your husbands. Now this is the duty of this Krishna only, that he need to protect your husbands. I am going to fight more vigorously tomorrow and let him protect your husband. So next day, now Bhishma Pitama is fighting so vigorously. He is shooting arrows and Arjuna is not able to even put an arrow on his bow. So fast Bhishma Pitama is shooting arrows. And in this whole war, when the arrows are being shot on Arjuna, Krishna actually did not let one single arrow pierce Arjuna's body. Krishna is taking all those arrows on his body. And that is why it is saying, Bhishma Pitama is saying, right? Shit Vishikshita, that the Krishna's, the kavach is all broken. So many arrows are pierced through the body of Krishna. Mama Nishita Sharir Vividyamana. And as on this particular day, now Bhishma Pitama is fighting so vigorously, Arjuna is not even able to take a breath. Arjuna is not able to put an arrow on his bow. And Krishna, at that time, he becomes very angry. He becomes very angry at Bhishma Pitama. What does he do? He jumps from his chariot. Ratam adhikaratum vuplato rathastha drita rath charano bhyaya chaladgur haririva hantum ibham gato tariya. At that time, Krishna jumped out of his chariot. It doesn't say Krishna stepped down from his chariot. Krishna just jumped from his chariot. And what did he do? Drita rath charano. He picked up one wheel of the chariot, holding on his hand just like a Sudarshana. And he charged on Bhishma Pitama just like a lion charges onto an elephant to kill the elephant. Haririva hantum ibham gatotariya. So Krishna, he rushed towards Bhishma Pitama, picking up this wheel of the chariot to kill Bhishma, just like a lion jumps onto the elephant to kill the elephant. At that time, the earth is trembling. Earth is shaking. And Krishna dropped his Angavastra, his Utri, on earth. Because earth, Mother Earth, is thinking, if you break your promise, it will be a dishonor to me also. मेरी लाज चली जाएगी कि कृष्ण ने अपना प्रतिज्ञा तोड़ दिया. And Krishna dropped his Utri onto the chariot. पहले तुम अपनी लाज बचाओ. I don't care about my promise. So here Bhishma Pitama, he's recalling that particular pastime, that moment. And he's saying, Swanigamam apahaya mat pratigya. मेरी प्रतिज्ञा को अधिक करने के लिए, to fulfill my vow, to make my vow higher than his own vow, Krishna jumped out of the chariot and picked up the chakra just to fulfill my pratigya. Why? Because I had taken this vow that I will make Krishna lift this weapon. To fulfill my vow, Krishna gave up his vow. मेरी प्रतिज्ञा को अधिक करने के लिए कृष्ण ने अपनी प्रतिज्ञा को तोड़ दिया. And he charged on Bhishma as a lion want to kill elephant. And at that time, what was Krishna's appearance? Shit Vishikhato Vishirna Damsha. All his armors were broken. because of my sharp arrows. शतज परिप्लुत आतताइनों में, मुझ जैसे आतताई ने भगवान के ऊपर बाण मार मार के उनके सब कवच को तोड़ डाला. So Bhishma Pitama saying, I am the Atatai, right? I am the miscreant or criminal here who broke all the armors of Bhishma Pitama. And Krishna, to kill me, he ran towards me. Even though Arjuna also jumped out of the chariot immediately, seeing Krishna on the ground, Krishna picking up the chariot wheel, Arjuna also jumped. And what is Arjuna doing? Arjuna is holding on to the feet of Krishna, trying to stop Krishna. Please stop, please stop. Do not break your promise. I promise I will fight more vigorously now. Please, you do not take weapon in your hand. So Arjuna is trying to hold on to Krishna, but Krishna is running towards Bhishma and dragging Arjuna with him. Okay, with that force, Krishna is running towards Bhishma. Prasabham bisar madvadaratham bhavatu me bhagavan gatir mukunda. May that Supreme Lord Mukunda, who grants liberation, be my shelter. So Bhishma Pitama, that was Bhishma Pitama's desire to see Krishna in that form. Bhishma Pitama wanted to see Krishna lifting up his Sudarshan Chakra, trying to rush towards him to kill him. And after Krishna picked up that chariot wheel and running towards Bhishma, Bhishma Pitama put his bow and arrow down. And with open arms, he stood like this. Please come and kill me. That is what I want. Please come kill me. So Bhishma Pitama has put his arrows, weapons down. And at that time, so why Krishna picked up the weapon? To fulfill the promise of Bhishma. Because Bhishma had made this promise, I will make Krishna lift this weapon. And Krishna does not care about his promise. He wants to fulfill the promise of his devotees. And that is why Krishna in Bhagavad Gita actually told Arjuna to make this promise. Because Krishna knows people may not believe me. People may not trust me because I am known for breaking my promise. What does Krishna tell Arjuna to declare? His devotees will never perish. What is the verse? Kaunteya pratijanehi name bhaktya pranashyati. Hey Kunti Putra, hey Arjuna, you declare this to the whole world, my devotees will never perish. Why Krishna did not make this declaration himself? Because people may doubt on the words of Krishna. He is making promise, but what is the guarantee? He may break his promise. But if the devotee makes this promise, Krishna will do everything to fulfill the words of his devotees. That's why he is telling Arjuna, you make this promise to the whole world. You may declare this to the whole world. Name bhaktya pranashyati. So Krishna, that is the love of Krishna. And that is what Bhishma Pitama is remembering. That you have so much love in your heart that you cannot leave your devotees in any situation. प्रबल प्रेम के पाले पढ़कर प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा अपना मान टले टल जाए भक्त का मान ना टलते देखा. Krishna is ready to give up his honor, but he will not let the honor of his devotees go away. He will protect the honor of his devotees. So in that way, now Bhishma Pitama has recited all these wonderful prayers. We saw intelligence, right? In one's sense, knowledge, beauty, strength, opulences. Now opulences will come actually further. Bhishma Pitama is remembering those past times. And his renunciation. Renunciation is shown in this particular verse. Now Bhishma Pitama is remembering three particular forms of Krishna or three particular images. भगवान के तीन अलग-अलग छवि भीष्म पितामह के मन में चल रहे हैं अभी. What is the first impression of विजय रथ कुटुंब आततोत्रे धृत हय श्रश्मिनी तत्क्षिणे तत्क्षयक्षणीये भगवती रतिरस्तु मे मुमूर्षो यमिह निरीक्षय हत गता स्वरूपम. So Bhishma Pitama is remembering that particular form of Krishna sitting on the chariot, holding the reins in one hand and the whip in the other hand, and driving the chariot of Arjuna. So that is one image, one form of Krishna, which is in the memory of Bhishma Pitama. He's meditating on that particular form of Krishna. So vision of Krishna driving the chariot, holding the reins and whip in his hands. Let my attention constantly flow towards him. And then this particular form of Krishna, it demonstrates Krishna's renunciation. Right? Krishna is ready to give up his high position of being the Dwarikadhish, and he is sitting on the chariot as the driver of the chariot. So it shows renunciation. If you are a very big person, a director or a CEO of the company, and your friend comes and tells you, be a chauffeur for one day. Will you accept that? Hey, you don't know who am I? You're asking me to become your chauffeur? So Krishna is ready to accept the position of a chauffeur. Even though being Dwarikadhish, being the owner and controller of all the three worlds, that is the renunciation of Krishna. And then this next verse, Krishna, Bhishma Pitama is remembering the pastime of Krishna in Vrindavan. The pastime of Rasa Leela. Lalita Gati Vilas Valguhasa Paranaya Nirikshana Kalpito Rumana Kritama Anukritvatya Unmadhandha Prakati Magana Kilyasya Gopavadva. So Bhishma Pitama is remembering that Krishna attracts the heart of everybody. Krishna's chal, Krishna's dhal, Krishna's form, Krishna's smile, Krishna's flute, it just steals away the heart of everyone. And when Krishna, he came to the banks of Yamuna, calling all the gopis. So all the gopis come and they want to have some good time with Krishna. They want to dance with Krishna, enjoy this rasa pastime. At that time, as the gopis arrived there, first what did Krishna do? Krishna told the gopis, hey, how come you are here? Leaving all your family, you should all go back. And the gopis tell Krishna, hey, you have called us here, now you are asking us to go back. We have left behind everything. We have come here for you. Please do not reject us now. Why Krishna did not accept all the gopis here first? Because earlier, all these gopis will come to Krishna with Radharani. Now all these gopis came alone. Radharani has not come yet. All these gopis have come. And Krishna is telling, you all should go back. And then finally, Radharani also appears there, and then Krishna accepts everybody, and Krishna start to have this rasa dance. And he is dancing with all the gopis. Every gopi thinks Krishna is with me only. Krishna is taking care of me. And these gopis have so much man in the heart. And one gopi says, Krishna, I am feeling very thirsty. Krishna goes, fetches water. This gopi says, Krishna, I am feeling very tired. Krishna, my veni is open. So Krishna ties the veni. Krishna, I am feeling very tired. Krishna is massaging the feet. And every gopi is thinking, I am special. Krishna is mine, only mine. And when this pride come in the heart, Krishna left everybody, taking Radharani with him. And all these gopis now are remembering the different pastimes of Krishna and imitating those pastimes of Krishna. And that is what Bhishma Pitama is remembering. Lalita Gati Vilasa Valguhasa Pranaya Nirikshana Kalpito Rumana Kritamanu Kritavatya Unmadhandha Prakati Magana Kilyasya Gopavadva. So all these gopis, they were feeling, by following the pastimes of Krishna, they were feeling pacification in their heart. Now, first of all, Bhishma Pitama on the deathbed, he is remembering this particular pastime of Krishna with gopis doing the Ras Leela. First of all, this was a very confidential pastime. At the middle of the night, Krishna is dancing with the gopis. Bhishma Pitama, how come Bhishma Pitama knows about this? So Bhishma Pitama, he says, Because Bhishma Pitama is such a great devotee of the Lord, he's chanting the names of the Lord, and all the pastimes of the Lord manifest in the heart. When somebody takes shelter of the name, then Roop, Guna, Leela, Ityadi, all these manifest in the heart. But if somebody directly want to approach the Rupa, the form of the Lord, one may not be able to appreciate the form or may not be able to reciprocate properly with the Lord. Bhishma Pitama, because he is a great devotee of the Lord, these pastimes are manifesting in his heart. Whereas we know in Ramayana, Shupnaka goes to Lord Ram. She directly approaches the Rupa without taking shelter of the name. So what happens? She does not get the Lord, right? So same way for us to be able to approach the Lord properly, we need to approach through the holy name. So when we take shelter of the holy name, then we can appreciate the pastimes of the Lord, his qualities, his different leelas. So Bhishma Pitama, he is describing this beautiful prayer, remembering this particular pastime, this particular form of Krishna. And one last verse in Bhishma Stuti, where Bhishma is now remembering another pastime where Krishna is worshipped as Agra Puja in Rasuya Yagya of Yudhisthira Maharaj. So that is the third image. The first one was Krishna sitting on the chariot. Second one was Krishna with the gopis in the rasa dance, and Krishna leaves the gopis. Third one is Krishna sitting on the Singhasana and being worshipped by everybody in the Rasuya Yagya of Yudhisthira Maharaj. So this particular pastime or this particular form of Krishna represents Krishna's opulence, Aishwarya. So now we completed all 6 qualities, right? We talked about beauty, we talked about strength, we talked about intelligence, we talked about intelligence, basically knowledge, we talked about nature, renunciation, beauty is covered, Aishwarya, in this particular verse where Krishna is being worshipped by everybody. So in that verse, Bhishma Pitama is remembering that particular form of Krishna. Munigana nripavaraya sankulenta sadasi Yudhisthira rajasuya esham arhanam upapeda ikshaniyo mama drishi gochara esha viratma. So may my intelligence be surrendered unto the Supreme Lord, who is being worshipped in the Rajasuya Yagya of Yudhisthira Maharaj, worshipped by all the Munigana, all the Nripavarya. So he is being worshipped by everybody. May that form of the Lord be ever manifest in my heart. So in that way, Bhishma Pitama offers his wonderful prayers. And finally he says, as the sun is present in one place, but he is spread everywhere. Same way Krishna, even though he is situated at one place, he is at one place, but he is spread everywhere as Paramatma in the heart of everybody. But he is one and same, that Supreme Lord. And may that Supreme Lord be my shelter. So Bhishma Pitama offers his beautiful prayers. Now in summary, just as a conclusion, what is the lesson? Let's focus on the lesson here. Bhishma Pitama is offering his intelligence to the Supreme Lord. That let me withdraw my memory, my intelligence from everywhere else and repose that intelligence unto the Supreme Lord. And also, one important lesson for us from all these dealings of the Pandavas and Kauravas with Bhishma Pitama. When Bhishma Pitama was alive, he tried to give counsel to Kauravas, but they did not listen to Bhishma Pitama. Duryodhana could not respect Bhishma Pitama. He could not honor Bhishma Pitama all his life when he was alive. Karna did not respect Bhishma till he was alive. Now the day Bhishma Pitama fell on the bed of arrows in the 10th day of war, at that time Duryodhana comes to Bhishma Pitama and Duryodhana is lamenting in his heart, because of me. That day Duryodhana is also feeling, Arey, because of me this happened. What happened to our great grandfather. He is in this situation because of me. I did not listen to his advice earlier. So Duryodhana started feeling that, at least that day when Bhishma Pitama now on the bed of arrows, on the verge of death. Karna came to Bhishma Pitama, and Karna says, please forgive me, I did not respect you all my life. But you are a great person. I must say today, you are a very great person. I could not respect you. Now, what do we learn from here? One important lesson. See, was Bhishma Pitama not great earlier and he became great now on the deathbed only? He was great earlier also, but people could not see his greatness. And now as he's on the deathbed, everybody is coming and glorifying Bhishma Pitama. Oh, you are so great. We could not respect you. Same way in our life also, these situations come. That when people are around us, we are not able to appreciate them enough. We are not able to respect them. But when somebody leaves us, and then everybody start glorifying that person. Oh, this person was like this. He was so wonderful. He had all these qualities. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, one should not think that the person became great now after his death only. Earlier also that person was great, and we could not respect, we could not appreciate the greatness. And for us, how we should deal with every devotee, we should, whomever we meet, every devotee, we should respect them. We should have so much care for that person or appreciation for that person, thinking this is the devotee who is going to chant the last mantra in my ear when I'm about to leave my body. So if you think in that way, that this is the devotee who is going to chant the last holy name in my ears when I give up my life, how much you will respect that person, how much grateful you will be to that person. So that is how we should feel towards every devotee, how we should respect every devotee. So Bhishma Pitama, now seeing Krishna face to face, he takes his last breath, he gives up his body. And where does Bhishma Pitama go? We know somebody standing, dying in front of Krishna, they will get the liberation, right? They will be delivered from the cycle of birth and death. And Bhishma Pitama is one of the Mahajanas. He is a liberated person anyways, doing his worldly leela to participate in Lord's pastimes. And we should also draw some parallels between Bhishma Pitama and Srila Prabhupada. So we are hearing all this, we are reading all this because of Prabhupada. Prabhupada has given the Bhaktivedanta purport. Prabhupada has given all these books. And because of that, we are in devotee association. Yadi Prabhupada na hoite tabe ki hoito. Because of Prabhupada, we are here. We have the temples here in the Western world. We are able to have festivals. We are able to read and hear about the pastimes from Srimad Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada is none less than Bhishma Pitama. If we draw some parallels. One thing, Bhishma, while on the bed of arrows, in one sense, while on his deathbed, Bhishma Pitama spoke about Bhagavad Dharma to all these assembled people. And same way, Srila Prabhupada, see, before that, Bhishma Pitama, rather than choosing the side of the Pandavas, he went on to the side of Kauravas. For what purpose? For the pleasure of Krishna. To please Krishna, to enjoy the Viryaras with Krishna, and to be an instrument in the hands of Krishna to set an example for the world. That no matter if it is even Bhishma, he will be destroyed, being on the side of Adharma. So Bhishma Pitama went on the side of Kauravas to please Krishna. And Prabhupada was in Vrindavan. Prabhupada was in the association of devotees, seeing the Archa Vigrahas of the Lord. He could have stayed there till the last breath. But Prabhupada, what did he choose? He chose to go into the opposite side. He came to the Western world. He just came to the opposite side. For what purpose? To please Krishna, to spread the message of Krishna, so that the whole world can know about Krishna, the whole world can know about Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhishma Pitama on the deathbed, he is speaking about Dharma. He is speaking about knowledge to Yudhisthira Maharaj and everybody else assembled there. Prabhupada, during his last days, till his last breath, when he was in Vrindavan, ready to leave his body on his deathbed, Prabhupada till the last minute, he is speaking commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? He is dictating Srimad Bhagavatam. Many of the last pages of Bhagavatam, which were directly dictated by Prabhupada, were recorded at that time when Prabhupada was on his deathbed during his last days. And then those are the books we have now, which we are able to read. So how much appreciation we should have for Srila Prabhupada. Right? So Prabhupada is no less than Bhishma Pitama. We talk about Bhishma Pitama being one of the Mahajanas, and same way, if we can show that respect and gratitude to Srila Prabhupada and become sincere in our spiritual life, then we can also attain the same benefit which Bhishma Pitama received, seeing Krishna face to face. Right? If we read these books, if we recite these wonderful verses being recited by the wonderful devotees in the pages of Bhagavatam, we also have that benediction to see Krishna face to face. So Prabhupada wrote how many books? 80 plus books Srila Prabhupada wrote. Anybody has tried writing one article? You try writing one article, you will know how much difficult it is. And then quoting verses from so many different places. Now we have so many different sources. You can just search in Google or this place or that place, and you can get immediately the reference of the verses. Right? Everybody is at one single place you can access. At that time, there was no such facility. And Prabhupada has quoted so many different references from different acharyas and quoting the verses from different Puranas, different Upanishads. So if you try to write one single article, then you can appreciate how much painstaking it was for Prabhupada to sit all night to write these books. So let's take this opportunity to read the books, to assimilate that message and apply that message in our lives. And meditate on these verses by understanding the indirect conversation between Bhishma and Krishna. Now you can see the sequence of verses also. It will become more easier to remember the verses in that way. Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Bhishma Pitama ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any question, comment before we end the...
For reading Bhagavad, we need to understand it from someone who has read Bhagavad. Can we directly read Bhagavad?
You can read, and whichever you do not understand, you can always ask the